This is a new series that I'm starting called the Modern Vagabond, My Path to Mastery. The reason I'm starting this series and the reason I've gotten into Vagabond or Miyamoto Musashi is it all starts back 2 years ago. 3 years ago, technically. I was in college playing college football. I played at South Dakota University for the Coyotes. I was playing linebacker there. I transferred in as a grad transfer, coming off of a knee surgery, going to a new team, a lot of personal turmoil, and then going through a breakup. All these things all mashed together while I'm going to head to my new school. At this point, I have never been at a low point ever in my life. Maybe the lowest point till then was me getting my knee surgery and getting my knee injured was probably the worst part. I go into this new school, first day, I think it was the first day or the second day. Within that first week, I started feeling emotions I've never felt before. Sadness, just disappointment in myself, just hating myself at a point. And I slowly became depressed. Not knowing what it was, and then realizing later on, I was like, dude, I am effed up. And I didn't, mind you, I was also doing a master program on top of it. I was doing a master program in kinesiology on top of going to a new school, trying to play on the team. A lot of changes in my life in a period of a few months. And it was hard to deal with. And I thought I was better equipped at dealing it, but I wasn't. So I fell into depression. I was in a depression for almost a whole year, maybe 8-9 months. And in the middle of that, it was during spring break. After spring break, I come home, I'm hanging out with my brother, and I break down, bro. I'm just like, dude, I can't go, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about a lot of like ideations that you shouldn't be thinking. Think about it, mind you, I've never been at this point in my entire life. I've never been sad, I've always been the happiest. I never even thought depression was real. It never was real to me, you know what I mean? I just thought it was just someone being sad for a little bit. And I also want to talk about the best example I've ever seen of depression. If you have a friend that's depressed, or do you have a family member that's depressed, or someone you know that's depressed, and if you can't understand, me personally, I couldn't understand it now that I'm on this other side, I can't understand it. Before not being on that side, I didn't understand it, you know what I mean? I couldn't relate, just do this, you know what I mean? Try to like tell them things to help make them happy, but go watch Twilight, the second movie, like something with the moon or something, like the second movie of the saga. New Moon, that's what it's called, the Twilight New Moon. And in that, when she gets broken up by Edward and she falls into this super hectic world, and she goes into her room. She's in her room for locking herself in the room, and she's sitting on this chair, looking outside this window, just staring. And it just goes around, and it's just showing you months by months, the season changing and her still being in the same position. That is, when I first watched it and I didn't have depression, I thought, okay, that's a good scene, great music track, not really connecting to it. But when it happened to me, I understood it fully. I was like, it was the perfect example of what depression looks like just off a movie. Just watching a scene and just seeing it. It was just like, it was a perfect example, and man, it got to me, bro. After rewatching, I love Twilight. That's I love that series. It's a great series. People talk shit about it, but I love it. And so I'm going through this after spring break, I get through this mode, and I'm like, I go back for a week, right? And I'm just still not, I'm like, dude, I got to get my mental right, bro. Because I'm thinking about things I shouldn't be thinking about. I also went to therapy too. Like, it wasn't like I didn't try other things. I went to therapy at the school there. And one thing I would say, sometimes it works for people, is I knew myself and I knew it wouldn't work for me. They wanted to prescribe me drugs. And I was like, dude, no, I don't want any prescription drugs. Like, I got myself to this point without prescription drugs, so I can get myself out of it without prescription drugs. You know what I mean? That was my mindset about it. So I went there for almost 5 weeks, bro. I was just looking for any type of help, bro. And nope, this lady was just, maybe the best part she would do is just listen to me. You know what I mean? I think that's a big part, just talking your feelings out was a good part for me too. But I just was in a part where I was like, man, I need to go home and fix my mental, bro, because this is here every day I was at this school, and the crazy part, no one knew, dude. I was fucking thinking the craziest thoughts in my head about myself in a meeting while we're watching film, and I'm just like gone, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, like, just hygiene was horrible, just everything was horrible. And it just got me to a rut, dude. I was just like, dude, I gotta go home. Like, this is not good for me. It's not. I'm wasting my time here. I'm wasting other people's time here. The coach's time, the player's time. So I was like, I need to go home and fix myself. So I go home, and it makes it worse. It makes my depression worse because I felt like I just lost the best opportunity in my life. You know, I just started playing football when I was a freshman in high school. That's when I started. A freshman in high school. That was the first time I played any organized sport, and I gained myself a D1 scholarship. Like, I worked my ass off for that. You know what I mean? I had it in my vision that I knew when I first started playing football, I was going to play Division One. I technically never played Division One because I left during the spring, but I knew I needed it. I was like, man, football's not for me anymore. I just gave it up. I was like, I loved football. It was the first passion I ever had, first thing I ever loved, but I know myself now, and I'm not a team sport person. I'm a me person. You know what I mean? I'm because there's coaches, you just gotta think. I just can't relate to everyone, you know what I mean? I just don't, and that's everyone's, other people too, you know what I mean? But I just not a team sport person. I'm selfish in my own way. But I go home, I fall into a deeper depression, you know what I mean? And just the saddest, just at home, locked in my room for hours and hours, not hours, weeks and weeks, months and months and months. I would only leave to use the bathroom, shower once occasionally, maybe eat some food. I was eating junk food like crazy, dude. I ate Takis like, pop, just numbing my feelings down, bro. And it all ended December 31st. I read this quote by Miyamoto Musashi, a 15th century samurai from Japan. And basically the quote sums up to about taking all the adversity that you've gone through in life and being an old man and looking back that all those times you thought you couldn't make it, all those times that you thought you were done and counted out, and you went through the adversity and you came through it. That's what life's all about. Looking at all the adversity you overcame, all the mountains you climbed, and being proud of it. And I was like, damn, I want to beat this depression and being proud of it and make sure that I make proud of myself, because I was like, I beat my own mind. The hardest thing is to beat your own mind. Your own mind's playing tricks on you. When you're depressed, your own mind's trapped in the past, and it will never let you all you do is relive that moment, or moments that make you depressed. And I flip a switch like that. Like December 31st, right before the new year, boom, I changed my life. I started going to the gym. I stopped being sad. I wasn't even sad anymore. I was on a mission to get back to who I was, who I am deep inside, bro. And I do it. You know what I mean? I haven't really been sad. But the thing that got me was I get into this part where I get happy and then I get comfortable. And when I get comfortable, I start doing things that make me go back down. Weed, pornography, women, food, unhealthy food. Those things I start to indulge in because I'm like, oh, I'm feeling better. I'm getting back in shape. You know, I kind of got out of shape because I wasn't working out the whole time. After I left college, football, I did not work out a single day after that, bro. I sat in my room. That's it, bro. For months, dude. I got out of shape, but not too bad. But I was still out of shape, bro. It looked horrible, bro. And that quote, man, it just resonated with me, and I was like, I need to beat this, man. And and that's what I made my Miyamoto Musashi my whole, like, I would make him my screensaver. Like, he's literally my phone screensaver, will be my phone screensaver till the day I die, because of how that connection I got from him. Like, he and his life story too, about being, he was really isolated a lot. He dude's a beast, bro. And it resonated with me, and I kept it together. And now that's why I'm starting this vlog channel, the Modern Vagabond. Because obviously I'm not an old vagabond, but I'm the modern day vagabond. And I'm going to go on a path of mastery. And mastery isn't just one thing. I'm going to do a lot of things, mastering my life, being the best version of myself every single day. This is what this series is going to be about. I'm also going to have a series about like doing things I also love, like movie reviews, TV reviews, but I'm also going to be doing book reviews because that's one of my goals, is getting into books. Writing, everything you expect and aspect is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my complete life. I want to master my life. This is what this series is going to be about. And I hope you guys join my journey, because it's going to be a great journey to be a part of. I want to make the best community of people chasing self-mastery. I've always had this inkling since I was a kid. Even when I was in college or even high school, I was like, I'm not doing enough. I need to have a great life. I need to work my butt off. I need to get everything I want in this life and more, so I could give it to the people that love me and the people that support me, like my brother. My older brother is the greatest brother you could ever ask for in history. I thank a lot every single day for my brother, because without him I wouldn't be in this position, because he's the person that never count me out, never forgave me. He's number one supported me on my YouTube channel, bro. I love my fucking brother to death, and I'm doing this to make sure I can take care of my bro, take care of my family, give him some. Obviously he's gonna be doing his own thing. My brother's a really smart guy, but it's just more of a sense of gratitude to give back to him and be able to give something to him or people, and so he could so I could give him a thank you, bro, for just not giving up on me. So that's the end of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow.